everybody, welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, what do you think of when you think of FIFA? Sure, I guess football or soccer, and yeah, the EA video games for sure, but let's be real, when you think of FIFA, you think of mismanagement and corruption and scandal. So when I tell you about FIFA's next phase after leaving EA, well, none of this should come as a surprise to you. The Fédération Internationale de Football Association has announced four new games will be released coinciding with World Cup Qatar 2022. And all four are Web3, NFT, blockchain garbage. Gaming and esports are some of the fastest growing opportunities for FIFA as it continues to expand into new digital spaces, platforms, and games that are already welcoming football fans onto them. The new gaming integrations, all of which are designed with Web 3.0 and the future of digital engagement in mind, are playable around the tournament and each have a unique twist on the globe's biggest football tournament. What does that mean? Well, just listen to these descriptions provided by Video Game Chronicle. The first game is AI League, FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 edition, developed by Altered State Machine, which is a 4-on-4 casual football game played between AI-controlled characters with player input at fun and tactical moments. According to a separate release by Altered State Machine, the game will launch with a 10-week prediction component with digital and physical prizes available to those who correctly predict real-life matches. Players who take part in the prediction game will earn 4 unique collectibles who will become their AI-controlled players in the FIFA World Cup AI League. The second is FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 in the Upland Metaverse, which is a collaboration with Upland Me, whatever the hell that is. And what it is, I guess, is a blockchain-based metaverse where players can buy and sell virtual properties. The third FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 on Figgle? Who the hell names these things? Is a fan engagement mobile application. Great. And finally, the fourth game announced is Matchday Challenge, FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 edition. According to the press release, Matchday is a highly engaging, casual social prediction game based on football cards. Now, let's just take a second to remind you what the FIFA president said after they parted with EA. I can assure you that the only authentic real game that has the FIFA name will be the best one available for gamers and football fans. So, let that sink in. In other news that still reeks of corporate greed, Mick G, the incredible composer behind some of the biggest games in the world, but for our purposes, we'll just say he slays the Doom soundtrack. Well, a few years back, he and Bethesda had a falling out, and now Gordon is finally speaking publicly about it. Posting a highly detailed and lengthy letter on Medium, he goes in on everything. The man brings receipts. If you don't want to deep dive his post, there is a fantastic write-up over on PC Gamer, link below. But according to Gordon, he was the target of unfair and dishonest behavior perpetrated by Doom Eternal executive producer Marty Stratton, who had previously posted on Reddit accusing Gordon of being unreliable and difficult to work with. As an example, Stratton mentioned that the Doom Eternal soundtrack was delayed because of Gordon, and they decided to go a different direction. Now, at the time, Gordon declined to comment, but his post on Medium denies all the allegations and says Stratton lied about the circumstances surrounding the Doom Eternal soundtrack and used disinformation and innuendo to unfairly blame him for its failure. Marty's Reddit post severely impacted both my professional and personal reputation. In releasing this statement, I am exercising my right to defend myself. It is a defense, not an unprovoked attack, issued with extreme reluctance after all other attempts to resolve the matter have failed. When it comes to Doom Eternal, he says it had a tight timeline, zero direction, poor communication, and the rest of the things you would expect a studio trying to crunch their way to the finish line. The schedule was, he says, a masterpiece in Excel, but a disaster in reality. He said Stratton rejected his criticism of the schedule and characterized it as a sign of incompetence. But the worst part is, he says, that was only the start. Things got worse from there. When it comes to the OST of the game, Gordon says he wasn't even given a contract, and apparently they've been working on an alt version for 6 months or something before they even decided to offer him any collaboration at the end. Eventually, lawyers were involved, and according to Gordon, he was offered a 6-figure sum in exchange for taking responsibility for the problems with the soundtrack, which he declined. Marty couldn't accept that I never wanted to work with him again, and made his best attempt to send my career into a nosedive as punishment, Gordon wrote. He resorted to lies and innuendo that fell apart under the most basic level of scrutiny. Then he tried to bury the issue under a stack of cash. Using NDAs, settlements, and gag orders to silence truths is an appalling tactic used by people in high positions of power, fearful of accountability. I am choosing to speak out because the alternative was to accept that tactic as okay. Holy shit. He does go on to say that he loves Doom and that he never quit Doom, he just quit a toxic client. But damn, man, like, the receipts are there. You can just go look for yourself. It's just another reminder how sometimes this industry is soul-killing. Well, speaking of killing, did you know right now, on this very channel, Gerard and I are playing God of War, and we are killing our way through all of the Asgardian pantheon to, I don't know, prevent Ragnarok or something. You'll find out. But hey, go watch that. I would love it if you would. It'd mean the world to me. Thank you to everyone who's been subscribing. It's amazing. And hey, see you tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.